Salam, salam. This is Unity, and I'm here to talk about internet bullying, which I call um, my opinion bullying. Um, Earlier today, I think it was last night, I told my son that um, some a young boy went into school and shot 17. From what the last time that I was hearing people talking about it, was like 17 people died. It could be more now. Don't know. I don't want to look at it because I'm an empath and I don't want to pull too much of that energy. And by me talking about it, I'm going to pull some, but I'm ready for it. I'm going to try to block as much as I can. But my son, he came in the room earlier and he was like, Mom, I seen a video and somebody like was recording like a body laying there. And I'm like, even that shouldn't be on the internet. The last couple of months, we've been seeing a lot of people getting killed on the internet. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of people getting killed in schools. I'm sorry, in schools, and it's been like a lot of teenagers. And majority of the time, when teenagers do stuff like that, they're being bullied. Um, there's many reasons why they do that. My theory, my opinion, just means to me, not nobody else, is um, I truly believe people can be born evil. That's just me. I truly also believe that environment can make you evil. Another thing is I believe that if a person is being pushed to do something, it can make you do something like that. Is it right? No, it's not right. That's why we have to be careful what the videos that we make on YouTube about people. We have to be careful because the same thing that happened in movie theaters and the same thing that happened in schools and the same thing that happened in malls and the same thing that happened in drive-by shootings, someone could have just did something to these people. They could have bullied them. They could have said something disrespectful. They could have, and it's so many different reasons why people do what they do when it comes to taking someone's life. But humanity, the whole humanity has to take a stand and has to be careful what we do, because we could trigger things in people and they can do something like that. And everybody be saying, I ain't even think that they'll do something like that. I ain't think they'll do something like that. Because you can push a person to do stuff like that. If a person walk into school and they shoot people, something ain't right. Somebody done something to them. Then again, like I say, somebody ain't have. People just do stuff like that. There ain't gotta be no reason. It was a movie Tony Braxton was in. I didn't get to look at the movie, but I did see the documentary of the original lady that played it, and she talked the young man down about, he was at an elementary school in Atlanta, and she talked him down, and he was saying somebody's medication and so and so. I guess people didn't listen to him, and you just have to be careful. People have mental problems. People have issues. And the thing about it on the internet, it's so easy to turn on the camera and just talk about a person. And we got to be careful, because the same thing that happened in a person walk in the school or walk in the movie theater and walk in the mall or be in Las Vegas and shoot up everybody, they could walk to your house and do the same thing. We live in this technology world where it is so easy to find out where people stay at. It is so easy to do this. So we just got to be careful. You just got to be really careful. But I just want to make this video, and I want to make this point, which is my opinion, and I'm not pushing it on nobody, is we have to be careful what we put out in the world, because it comes back. And sometimes we got to be careful how we treat people, because it comes back. And the crazy part is, like that young man, that did this, was it a young man? I don't know. I haven't even looked at it. I didn't want to look at it. I know another one was a girl. But someone did something to him. He was in a lot of pain. And you know what he did? He went and took it out on innocent people. And it could have been somebody in the midst of those people that got murdered that could have been bullying him. I don't know. But we just got to be careful how we do things. Someone can look at your video that you done did about somebody, and they can go and say, I'm finna find this person, and they go kill that person. And you are, even if you don't know they did it, or even if they left a note and said, I watched this video and it made me do it, we got to be responsible, and we got to be careful what we put out in the world. I was just sitting here, and when my son came in and he was saying he seen that, I'm like, even that, it was I'm like a crazy into like fantasy. I love like a lot of old 70s and 80s, like the Dark Crystal, and I like it's one of my favorites is Fantastic Planet. It came out in the 70s. It was originally, the language was in French, but you could go on, I think it's on YouTube. You could go find it on YouTube, but it's called Fantastic Planet, and it's about these little short humans and these blue aliens, and how one try to oppress the other. But anyway, you just have to find it. It's called Fantastic Planet. And it's another one I like called The Wizards, and that came out like in the 80s. And it was I think she was a fairy. She had two sons. One son was good and one son was evil. And the evil son, he took over the world with technology, science and technology. And this was like I say, I don't even know what Wizards came out. It could have came out late 70s or early 80s. And it's crazy because looking at that, we see what technology and mainly what technology is doing to people. It's draining the earth. It's killing the resource, the genetic modified foods, and it's killing us. It's killing us mentally, physically, and spiritually. And we give a lot of our energy to things that is very unnecessary, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with giving your opinion, but if I feel like there's nothing wrong, we all have one. But I feel like if it's something dealing with, if someone is not hurting no one in a way to cause them harm to their life or something like that, I don't even think stuff like that should be done. But I think when we live in a society where we got, for one thing, when you study American society, it was built on a lot of mischief, bloodshed, greed, and we see a lot of that in this world. This is the reality we see all that in. The reality that it was built on is what we see, and it's either we can feed it or we can try to do better. Like Michael Jackson say, we can heal the world. We can do our part. It could be as far as if you're a vegan, you can be a vegan, but you don't have to push that on nobody else. I'm gonna do a video about that too. You can be a person that recycle. You could be a person that teach children. You could be a teacher. You could be a nurse. Any type of thing that you're doing with helping people, and you truly mean it, and you truly do it with a passion and a love, because we are put on this earth to leave a beautiful mark to help humanity. Because a lot of people do things, like, I got to do this job, I got to go make this money. And it's crazy, because sometimes when I leave the house, I ask people, I'll be like, how you doing today? They be like, I'm fine. I be like, how you like your job? They be like, it's a job. And that's crazy. Me personally, I don't think we should live in a world where we don't do something with a passion and a love. I think we all should. I'm happy I've been doing this particular job that I do for 10 years. I'm an artist, and I've been doing this job for 10 years, and before then I was working for myself. Um so I just wanted to do that video about we just be careful. And it's crazy because you have children that watch adults. They'll watch celebrities go back and forth with each other. That's adults. They'll watch people on the internet going back at each other. We got children that is gonna be our future, that's gonna take over this world. And if they watch us do this type of stuff, they act it out. I mean, if you see a little girl, I don't have a little girl, I have two sons. But if you see a little girl and she put on your lipstick and your high heel shoes, and when she walk around the house, she's mimicking you. And what these children do, they mimic grown people. And grown people ain't nothing but big children. But if we look at tragedies like this and stuff like this, if we look at stuff like this and we say, oh my God, but we'll be that same person that's telling someone, doing internet my opinion on YouTube and pushing that to people, and then that energy will go to another person. The other person get mad and say, I gotta go get them, and I'm gonna make a video about that person, and I gotta go get them, and I gotta go get them, and then you have all this negative energy just spewing. I truly believe that YouTube should take videos off that's bashing people. If it's different, if it's like someone that just mass murdered somebody, and but drama videos talking about other YouTubers, if it's not in a positive way, I think YouTube should take them off. And another thing is, when they took off, what is his name, Logan Paul, for putting up someone dead body, to me it's no difference than someone bashing someone else. Because for someone to go take their life, something was going on with them. And we can't say, I ain't gonna sit and say they was wrong for taking their life. I'm not gonna be one of the people, because that's not me. That's not for me to say they was wrong, they was right. I can't get into that. But what I'm saying is, when we live in a reality, when a person want to take their life, something is wrong. They're not happy. And it's crazy. I love to dance. I love to laugh. I'm one of the funniest people. I love to feel happy. And you know what else? I love to see other people happy. It makes me feel so good. I love looking at YouTube videos and a person saying, oh, come check out my house and look what I got. And I'd be like so happy, because I know people work hard for things that they get, and they be blessed with things that they get. And I'm just one of those people. I'm just so happy. So I just want to do this quick video. I'm just waiting to you. What I was saying about Logan Paul, he done that. YouTube demonetized his videos. They need to do that. Even though they doing a lot of demonetized, they need to do that to a lot of channels that's negative. I'm gonna write YouTube a letter. I'm gonna write them a letter, and I'm gonna put my good thizzle energy up on there, and I'm gonna tell them, like, a lot of this stuff on YouTube, people be saying freedom of speech. Some things just meant to just be quiet. But I truly believe that I'm gonna write YouTube, and I'm gonna tell YouTube there's a lot of videos on YouTube that really not need to be on YouTube. And I can see why advertisers don't want to put their advertisements on some of these videos, because it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, who wanna put their positive stuff that they promoting on somebody's video, and they saying, yeah, so and so said this and so said that, and who want to do that? So that I know YouTube getting to that point because they're doing a lot of things, but they really need to go after a lot of these drama videos. Now, I like looking at Philip DeFranco. I don't think he's more news to me. I think videos like that, when you let people know about what's going on in the world, or what's going on YouTube or something like that, that's different. It's the way he does it. He's kind of biased in it. He don't get so emotionally involved in it like that. I mean, if you see somebody again, if you see something like just happened with those children at their school, I mean, yeah, you naturally, if you're human and you got emotions, you're gonna be like, damn, that's fucked up. But I think people like that is dope. But people like Wendy Williams mimic people, mimic Minnie Williams that just negative. I think people like that shouldn't. And I don't, yeah, I could see why the world allowed her to do the things that she do. Like I say, this world was built off greed, killing, murder. It was built off that. So you're gonna see stuff like that, but we don't have to support it. We gotta stop it. It's I don't know. I just think about Michael Jackson. He always said, look, had made wrote these positive songs and we are the world and heal the world and all that. But anyway, let me get back to work. I just wanted to. So long.